South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world. Our gaming amenities include over 60 table games and over 2,600 of the most popular slot and video poker machines. We have penny slots, including the popular Buffalo games, and real machines like Wheel of Fortune, Triple Sevens, and Megabucks. If you prefer video poker, try Deuces Wild, Double Double Bonus, or a variety of multi-denomination games. Or try your hand at one of the most popular casino table games in the world, Blackjack. Don't let the game intimidate you. Blackjack, also known as 21, is both easy and fun. And our dealers are always happy to assist.
Okay, I heard you. What's up, everybody? It's time for another Monday noon football episode. Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. We're live here at the South Point Casino in the South Point Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. The show is a fun mix of sports, comedy, conversation, viral videos, and some sports gambling advice at 12:36 p.m. when we do our picks. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And, you know, I moved from LA. People love to complain about the traffic in LA. But this clip, you won't see people dodging traffic. You'll see the Dodgers causing traffic. Yes, the big parade was after our show wrapped on Friday. So there they are cruising. That's the 101 right there coming from Dodger Stadium. That is the 101. I was right. And look at people hanging banners. And I know that road very well. They're holding up the trophy. But they had a police escort shut down traffic on Friday in Los Angeles. Probably a nightmare, but you know what? They would do it every year, wouldn't they?
Yes.
They would take that anytime because it did look like a lot of fun. Walker Bueller had a beer bong going on. People stopped their cars. Last time the 101 was this busy with people standing on the side of the road? Yesterday. Or this looks very reminiscent of the O.J. slow police chase. But look at this. Cops' exits blocked off so they could zoom in and out of traffic and get to Dodger Stadium. Once they arrived at the stadium, speeches were given, and Shohei Ohtani brought a real Dodger dog. Yes, there he is. That's Decoy. One of the players coming up here, there's Mookie, sprayed children missing school with alcohol. Yay! Why does little Johnny smell like beer? Might have to talk to Child Services. Good scene at Dodger Stadium. Great speeches. Ice Cube performed. A lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show today for her first of two co-hosting gigs this week on this show, she's still on the station's Last Man Standing, correct?
Correct.
Two-time national champ and new car owner. Alex White is here. Yay, Alex. Did you drive the new vehicle today?
I did, actually.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, she has an older one, too, and she doesn't want to drive the newer one yet, so... you drove the newer one.
I did,
Breaking
yes.
it in. How many miles are on that thing?
We haven't hit 200 yet.
Oh, my God. All right, so you had a good weekend watching football. I was lost because there was no Steeler game.
Very good weekend. Not as good as Jack Flattery, who I think won the parade and was the... I don't know if you saw any of his clips.
I saw when he tried to stand up at one point.
Yeah.
And they had to help him back in the chair.
Yes.
He was very Tom Brady-esque on his celebration. But come on.
Yeah.
You win the World Series. You go through 162 games and the playoffs and all that. You deserve a little.
Well, the funny thing, though, is he was fortunate to get traded to that team for that playoff push.
Last offseason, the Pirates were rumored to want to sign him because he used to kill us when he was with the Cardinals, and he was going to be out there for a one-year deal. And then, of course, he went to was he on the White Sox when they traded him for the Dodgers?
This year?
Yeah.
The Tigers.
Tigers, that's right, jeez.
Because it was between him and Skubal, right?
That's right, and Skubal, I think he wanted the long term, right? Yes. Or whatever. So anyway, yeah, great pickup for them. Hopefully he re-signs. I know the Dodgers want to re-sign Teoscar Hernandez, and Oh, apparently they want to go in on Juan Soto and Willie. It's not fair. All right, Reno Paul, I know you're watching. It's just not fair.
I think Juan Soto will want to try and give it another run with this Yankees team.
I think he stays in New York.
I do too.
The only outside chance would be the Mets, but no way. He's born to be in right field in Yankee Stadium. He could play another 10 years there, probably get $600 or $700 million. Apparently, Washington is one of the teams rumored to want the Nationals, who tried to offer him $300 million, and he turned it down. So who knows? All right, enough about baseball, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen.
is Ohtani? Do we have another clip of Ohtani later, or was that everything from the parade?
I don't remember. Do we? I can't remember. Why? Was there another Ohtani clip I missed?
I mean, it was very interesting that he spoke pretty good English.
Yeah.
To the crowd.
Right, but he never does when he's interviewed. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they do that for years just because they don't want to be bothered by the same dumb questions. But congratulations, Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, speaking of LA, we're going to breaking news, top of show breaking video, ladies and gentlemen. We have news. I mean, Dak Prescott's out 1 to 3 weeks. So Cooper Rush is going to quarterback. The Raiders fired a bunch of coaches. But here's Puka Nacua, who got kicked out of the game yesterday for punching, which really wasn't that much of a hit, so they bailed him out. So when Demarcus Robinson made an amazing OT catch in overtime, he's in street clothes. He's hugging him like, thank God it wasn't my fault for blowing that game. A game that Seattle had every chance to win at the end.
Yes, they did.
I was in a fantasy duel with Caden, and I needed Kenny Walker or Kyron Williams. I was hoping for one of them maybe to get an overtime touchdown. Would have made it interesting, but that was a hell of a catch by Demarcus Robinson.
Neither running backs really, neither of them.
No, they didn't, Alex. I realized that.
The other teams really shut down the run games. Sorry.
That's okay.
It was just surprising to see, actually.
But Puka's hit really, I didn't feel like it merited getting ejected. He was kind of just, I don't know. It wasn't like it wasn't a bad punch.
I think the rule is just no punch.
Yeah, no punch at all. Well, if you want to see someone punch something, how about this guy? Clip of a guy who did hit something after the Eagles missed a field goal. Cost him $78,000 in a parlay. So he had the Eagles. He had over 2 touchdowns for Barkley and an anytime touchdown. An anytime touchdown from Trevor Lawrence. $2,500 bet would have paid, was it $78,000? So when they missed that field goal, his dream was gone. So the Eagles, though, those Kelly Green uniforms are awesome. Yeah. That's one game I barely watch. I don't know. I just had the Red Zone on. I know if you're a Steeler fan, I'm just lost when there's no game. So I just sat and watched Red Zone, but then I found myself kind of glued to the Buffalo Dolphins game, which Jeff Parles had the over, which did hit, right? Because it was 50.
Yeah, it definitely hit. Which is funny. He didn't tell. I don't know if he said that on our show.
I'm pretty sure that was his pick on Friday. He gave a couple picks, and he gave that over. He gave that over on Punchlines.
First half under. So maybe he didn't want to go against me.
Maybe.
But then we watched that first half easy, and then the second half flew over.
Yeah. And Tyler, and your boy Tyler, I thought maybe you'd be wearing the jersey today.
Tyler Bass, yeah.
Yeah, that big 61-yarder. As soon as I'm like, they lined up for it, and even the announcers, it was like, oh, maybe a Hail Mary here. You got Josh Allen. Now they're going to let Tyler Bass, who missed an extra point.
Yep.
And he kicks a 61-yard field goal. And he was very emotional in the locker room. I don't know if you saw this, but I guess he's been through a lot, some personal stuff, but missing that extra point, the team rallied around him, and he got a game ball. So it was very nice.
Yes.
Today on the Punch menu, picks at 12:36, of course, and in Punch Bowl Pundits, we have all sorts of fun stuff, including some sports you've never seen and something about the Detroit Pistons. But first, let's go to the comedy clip of the day. Now, as you know, I've been kind of obsessed with the statue of Dwayne Wade. And, an Ivy League school, Columbia, they're pretty smart. So when Yale tried to kick an extra point on the big jumbotron, they put a picture of the statue.
That is so fantastic.
I mean, they're Ivy Leaguers for some reason. It would pay off if they missed it. It'd be like, oh, they're smart. They're Ivy Leagues. It didn't work, but that's a pretty funny thing to put up.
It makes for a great clip.
It makes for a great clip. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, my God. And my Dwayne Wade statue pumpkin, is still outside. It's still alive. It hasn't completely collapsed.
Yeah, you can go to your Twitter and people can see that. You posted that.
I did. It was the odds of me a month ago buying a pumpkin that shade that would match like a pewter statue, it was all meant to be. Along with they are the worst statue. So along with the Ronaldo statue, someone had fun with this meme right here. Instead of Step Brothers, they put out Statue Brothers. To pay homage to John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. Siblings through statues, D. Wade and Ronaldo. I can't say it, Ronaldo. That's pretty funny. The Dwayne Wade one's going to go down as the worst one ever. So.
Hey, he was behind the scenes. He knew this was going on, right?
Again, we showed that pair of him looking at it like, oh, yeah, this is great, man. If you don't like it, say something then. Yeah. Like, this doesn't look like me. This looks like Thanos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for roll call. And there's our roll call graphic. Let's check in. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. A very active chat room. Now, I did a kickoff question today. Sometimes it's a tip-off. Sometimes it's first pitch. Sometimes it's a puck drop question. I went football themed today with the kickoff. Who's the worst quarterback in the NFL right now? Go. Nick Sansone quickly says Anthony Richardson, and you took offense to this.
Yes, I don't think he's the worst.
Yeah.
And I think the Colts are dumb because I think they should have kept playing him and given him some more time. Didn't really help yesterday. They think they're going to win that division
with Joe Flacco
and then lose the first round at the playoffs. I don't really understand. Might as well see what you have with Anthony Richardson.
But I just feel like they had to sit him for one game for, I was tired and all that. And I think the coach has to look at the team and go, I got to give the team the best shot, Joe Flacco. But I agree with you. Long term, you got to see what you have in Anthony Richardson, whose numbers after real bad right now.
Yes.
But he's got a world of talent. The guy hardly played since high school.
Right.
He only played a little in college, a little in pros.
Well,
but
I guess it is tough. Your question's tough.
Yeah.
Because
right now.
Right
this minute.
Because I wanted to say just Deshaun Watson, but he's not playing.
You can't. Right. He's not playing right now. Jameis Winston. Everyone was loving Jameis Winston last weekend. Did he have 3 interceptions?
3 interceptions, yes.
Keith Lyle, let's see. Daniel Jones. He said that's so it's hard to pick one. Daniel Jones is pretty rough. Daniel Jones had a pretty decent game yesterday.
He did.
Finally threw a touchdown.
In MetLife.
MetLife.
And I think he ran for a touchdown, too.
I think so.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Tommy, you're just trying to get me right now. You said Russell Wilson. It's not going to work. It's 2-0. His numbers are good. He looks good. Still throws a pretty deep pass.
I would say Aaron Rodgers before I said Russell Wilson. If we're talking about older quarterbacks.
There you go. Oh, older. My God. What are they, 30? What is Russell Wilson, 33? Keith Lyle, I'm not fond of Dak Prescott either. Well, Keith, pay attention to the news. He's out. Technically, right now, Cooper Rush is the Dallas quarterback. That's right. God, this guy.
How about Bryce Young?
Oh, you said
Bryce Young
injury.
has one good game, upsets the Saints, and he's not even on the list anymore?
By the way, it's true. And by the way, I read that the Saints are the first team to outgain by, did you see that stat? It's like outgain by 150 yards.
And have at least 150 rushing yards.
Thank you.
And win the turnover battle.
Right, and lose the game.
It was like 200. The teams to do that were like 200-0.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah, until yesterday.
And now,
And then, they started 2-0. Remember when we were talking about the Saints? Oh, that offense. 40 points a game, 50 points. Unstoppable. Who's your MVP right now? Derek Carr. Oh, more on Derek Carr, and that's crazy coming up in 1 second here. Joey B, good afternoon, Punchlines. Good afternoon, chat. Hey, Joey B, always good to have you there. Vince, greetings, Punchies. Joey B, what's the updated odds at South Point Casino for presidential election? They don't post presidential election odds here at South Point. No, we don't have anything. When is that? Okay. Haven't seen anything on TV about that.
Haven't got one phone call.
Haven't got one text. I believe it's tomorrow. Dean Hilt. I got to say, Aaron Rodgers is old, and he's not played very good. You are what your record is, as a coach once said, and they're 2-5. Aren't they 2-6, or are they 2-5? Oh, they won a game, didn't they? The Jets? They beat the Texans.
They did.
I think they have 3 wins.
They did on Thursday. They do have 3 wins. Yeah, we didn't bring up any Raiders quarterbacks, and we had a couple options there.
Well, yeah.
Desmond Ridder.
I didn't realize Desmond Ridder was a Raider.
They signed him off of Arizona's
When
practice
did that
squad.
happen? This week or last week?
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Before the Steeler game?
When O'Connell hurt his finger and he was out.
I missed that.
Back up for Minshew.
I missed that. Dwayne Wade statue unveils on ESPN. They're showing it still. I didn't know Desmond Ridder was a Raider. So Raider fans, and I know we're local here, they're right down the street.
But I do think he had like a very meaningful, grateful, happy to be on a team again once they did sign him.
Sure, wouldn't you?
So you got to kind of root for him a little bit.
That's
Start over,
Another team people were behind early in this year, the Raiders, and they now everyone's competing for the first pick in the draft.
Yes.
So now everyone's looking. I still think Raiders, Cam Ward, right? Shador Sanders, somewhere right there. Yeah. Let's see here. Joey B. Nobody works in SoCal any longer. Amazing parade attendance. Flaherty was buckled. Does that mean drunk? I've never heard that term, Nick, but I like it. Joey B. Oh, okay. We won't reveal this, but odds are what new vehicle Alex White is riding in now. Joey B says Benz is even money. Tesla minus 110, BMW minus 115, Volvo plus 2,500. All right. Geno Smith. Oh, B-Town Dummy. Oh, our resident Seattle Superhawks super fan over there. Geno Smith isn't the worst, but threw one of the worst picks of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Mike cost you your pickup. Yeah. You know what? He looked a Mini Cooper's plus 15,000. By the way, for you, Corvette minus 105.
Don't
Jesus,
give
Alfa
that
Romeo
donation away.
Yeah, don't donate. Pontiac Aztec plus 200,000. Thank you, B-Town. I don't even make those anymore. Oh, Christian, you got a big laugh for once in your life. But anyway, see, that interception he threw for the 103-yard return was just brutal. And I was watching that game live. Okay.
Watching his post conference is brutal too, because he was so heartfelt, and he apologized to all of
Geno Smith did?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Fans and team, and he's got to be better. It's been a rough year. I think it's going to take some time. With
that whole
coach,
division,
right?
though, is still up for grabs, right? The NFC West?
Yeah.
I mean, the Cardinals are in first place. By the way, 2 weeks ago, if you would have told us that, I mean, why are the Niners should be walking away with that division? Mini Dar says Bryce Young, not a number one pick. I agree. Although he has improved, his game has slowed down since he sat and watched. True. See, that's very good point. Sitting and watching is very good. Adam Hurley, Lakers need to get rid of Gabe, can't shoot or pass or rebound Vincent. Yeah, they do. I've watched all the Laker games so far this year. Lakers got some good young talent, though. And they got Bronny. So, all right, let's move on. Speaking of that's crazy, it's time. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm curious what the discussion would be if you said who's the best quarterback right now, but
That'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
Or Wednesday.
Wait, Wednesday.
We'll save it for Wednesday. We'll save it. It's better with Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for That's Crazy, and we're back to our original graphic. Bring out the cat. There he is.
That's crazy.
Do it, in.
That's crazy.
It's been a while. We didn't see him the whole month of October. This cat is Chalk, the cat. We like Chalk. Or what were the other names? Binks? Lynx? What was the cat from Meet the Parents?
Oh, Jinxie.
Jinxie. Yeah, Jinxie.
I like Chalk.
I like Chalk, too. We're going with Chalk. Jinx isn't a real good name for a cat when you're talking about sports. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's crazy. Back to the normal animation.
That's why it worked for Halloween, right?
Exactly. It worked for Halloween. All right, Alex, your shot.
Okay,
What do you
so
got?
I am going NBA, and I want to talk about two of the younger players
Yeah.
in the league right now. So starting with Wemby, who has been a little bit up and down this year, but
This stat's amazing.
yes. So if you look at him, he's done this twice compared to all other NBA players combined, which is 0. Games with 25 points at least, 5+ rebounds, 5+ assists, 5+ blocks, 5+ steals
Wow.
in the last 30 years. So
It's
that
him
is
too. All other players combined, nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. I mean, we knew he would get I mean, I thought he had a better rookie year than everybody thought. Wemba Omama. I like the
I
title.
thought he started to get in the conversation for
Defensive Player of the Year? Yeah.
I almost said MVP, and I'm
No,
like, that's not right.
No, he's
It
going to
was-
win a couple MVPs. It's coming. But that is an impressive stat. And then you have a second half of this.
Yes, because
OKC Chet. Okay, Chet. I like it.
because the Thunder are undefeated, and we saw the run they went on last year. Very good young team,
Yeah.
but Chet here is the first center in the OKC era to average 20+ points per game through the first 4 games. So
Yeah,
it
they
was
missed
all
him last year.
SGA last year, yeah.
Yeah, but he was Gonzaga, right? Yeah, he was great there.
Gonzaga.
And Oklahoma City, yeah, that's one of those teams. Oh, B-Town, do you root for Oklahoma? Oh, they're the former Seattle Supersonics. Oh, you hate them. Seattle's going to get a team again. So, yeah, those are two good ones. NBA season in full effect, and we have some NBA stuff coming up in Punch Bowl. So we'll go to my That's Crazy. Here we go. That's crazy. Oh, we're back to Derek Carr. We're back to quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen. So this popped out at me. There was a lot of Derek Carr stuff. He's feuding with Michael Thomas.
Oh, my gosh.
Michael Thomas, former Saints reliever, was like, this guy's trash. It's his fault that Olave has a concussion. By the way, Olave on my fantasy team. So I wasn't happy about that either. But if you look at this stat, now, if you remember, his brother David Carr was the first overall selection by the Houston Texans way back when during the expansion draft. So most losses at starting quarterback through their first 4 seasons.
Wow.
5 seasons, 6 seasons, 7 seasons. Or the first 6 is David Carr. Then Derek Carr takes over for seasons 7, 8, and 9. Season 10 is Derek Carr, 11 Derek Carr, and he's tied with poor Archie Manning. Archie Manning, who never played with good teams in New Orleans, constantly being sacked, never had talent around him. But the Carr brothers, wow. And everybody, I mean, everyone's coming out and really hammering Derek Carr right now.
It's hard because he's such a good, nice guy.
Yeah.
And it's hard to just like bag on him. But I mean, the numbers say
That stat is crazy. That's crazy.
What did you see the one too where he's almost lost to every single team?
Yeah, I was about to mention that. He's lost to 31 teams, right? And he's playing. Who's he playing later this year? The Raiders, right?
His former
His
team.
former team, and if he loses
so
to
you
the,
can't lose to them before.
yeah, he can't lose to the Raiders, so he could lose to 32 teams. And Dennis Allen is the first quarterback or first head coach to be fired from 2 teams with the same quarterback. Because he got fired at the Raiders when Carr was his quarterback, and now he got fired in New Orleans with Carr as his quarterback. So Dennis Allen, yeah,
That's crazy.
Mario, so much crazy stuff.
Wow.
That's Carr-azy. Change the graphic quick. That's Carr-azy because it's all car stuff. And we were talking about your car. Let's not get carried on and go on to the next. Saints host the Falcons on Sunday. So Falcons looking pretty good. Kirk Cousins looking pretty good. Are they in first place in that division, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Falcons lost the Steelers on opening day. I was like, but I think Kurt was a little rusty. He was playing a good Steeler team. So
Yeah, he looked a little nervous out there with his Achilles.
But he's got 3 touchdowns this weekend because I got a lot of points. Okay, it is a Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We have picks coming up at 12:36 in about 15 minutes. But right now, Drew Dog feverishly working over there, up to the minute the show starts on Mondays, putting together the Monday montage. We enjoy these every week. These are highlights from last week. If you're new to the show, check this out. This is all the fun you missed last week. And if you are new, make sure you click and subscribe. And if you want in the chat room, you can get in the chat room after 5 minutes once you hit subscribe. So, Monday montage.
Oh my God.
Number 1. Oh! Damn it.
You're doing great, Frank.
Number 1, Buffalo Bills. I have a towel and a hat. Okay, so we bobbed for 6 helmets. I point out my pumpkins here. I don't know if you can see the sign, but here we go. This is a pumpkin I carved last night. This is my Dwayne Wade pumpkin. Here we go. Let's move it over. Oh, wrong way. I think it remarkably looks like the Dwayne Wade. I just want to point out on this, I started cutting out the entire face, like a giant thing, and Courtney's like, that's going to make a giant hole. I'm like, oh. So look, now you can see where I cut all around, and I could probably push it in, but I don't want to.
The tortoise with a good pace. The rabbit distracted. The hare turns around. He's trying to mush him. Here comes the tortoise. He's not slowing down. The hare's drunk. As they say, slow and steady wins the race, but the hare coming around the final bend, getting some help from the outside. The tortoise on a good pace. He's approaching the finish line. The hare furiously being ushered up to the finish. The tortois
wins.
Out of sight. There we go.
$5, you're guaranteed at least $25,000 if you're the one with the most. So, have you filled yours out, or are you waiting?
I filled one out. You inspired me. You said to do one every day.
Okay,
or
so you're every day. Holy mackerel! Every day. You still got like 5 weeks. This girl's gonna be spending a lot of money.
The Jets.
I know.
Well, New York, Frank, it's bothering me. I'll tell you, it really bothers me. I'll tell you, it's like when an ex-girlfriend, is doing well. It really bothers you, I'll tell you that. Good thing for me and my ex ballooned up like a Thanksgiving Day float in Macy's parade. I'm happy about that.
Your Honor, I'm just a simple Southern lawyer. And when it comes to football,
You're not even from the south part of Pittsburgh. You're from the North
Your
Hill.
Honor, I do declare that the Mannings from the South have done nothing but dominate football the whole time they play. It started in the SEC with Peyton Manning. Archie Manning played at Ole Miss. Eli Manning played at Ole Miss. They go to the NFL. They each win 2 Super Bowls. I rest my case.
They sounded like Foghorn Leghorn there.
Oh, they lay the boom. They lay the boom. Oh, wait a second. Late breaking news. Jimmy Vaccaro's coming in. Jimmy, do you want to come into the mic?
No, I just want to tell you I'll be in the spa.
Anyone's wondering, we're Vegas Hall of Fame legend. Vinny's going to the spa.
Like I always say to my father, if you're not sure if the band is alive or dead, check the South Point. If they're not playing, they're probably dead.
Of all your jerseys,
NFL.
which one do you want to be wearing and maybe bump into that player and be like, oh my God.
I don't know. Lamar Jackson.
Oh my God. I literally set
know.
myself up for that.
Wait.
Okay,
And
get him
listen,
in here.
Anytime an Italian walks up behind you, you got to get a little nervous.
That was 2003 or 4, I
I'd
think.
have been in like 3rd or 4th grade, yeah.
Yeah. I was hammered watching. I was all
Same.
Sean directing the show today has the Ghostface mask on from Scream, and Jerry's dressed as a burglar, and he has the alien popcorn holder. That is the creepiest shot, and there's like a red glow over your head, Sean. So Sean doesn't believe it's knock knock, which we did knock knock jokes yesterday. Jerry wrote who's there, and Ben says chirpy. Oh, you son of a gun!
But I'm bummed.
Keep the cop out of Canada.
Too soon. Too
That got a
soon.
lot.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Needle.
Needle who?
Aaron Rodgers need a little help.
Oh, snap! Have you ever met a mean retriever? You really don't.
No.
No, mine actually is.
Oh, God.
Really?
Yeah, Molly is not a friendly dog.
Well, that's an awkward ending to the show, isn't it? He's done it again, Drew Dog. Nice job on that, buddy. I forgot the Southern lawyer bit. That was my favorite thing of last week. All right, today's date, ladies and gentlemen, November 4th, 2024. 2020. I'm Barbara Walters, and you're watching 2020. I'm Bubba Wawa, and you're watching 2020 with Hugh Downs. It's November 4th, 2024. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, I got 2, 4, 6, 7. There's a lot. 7 national days. One of them is fake. I'm trying to remember. Oh, yeah, I think I know which one. Okay, here we go. Listen up, Alex. Now, I got to make it fair to Alex because she wasn't here when we were discussing. National Chicken Lady Day is a real thing. Just it's some woman who, it's a long story. Just Google it. So National Chicken Lady Day, Color the World Orange Day, National Easy Bake Oven Day, Use Your Common Sense Day, National Candy Day, National Watch a Rom-Com Day, Polar Bear Week, and Drowsy Driving Prevention Week. Which one is fake? And what kind of car would Alex be drowsy driving? No, we don't know. That's it. No, we're joking.
It was one of the last 3 or 4. I want to guess. Yeah.
Okay, take a look.
I like to see what they. Oh, rom-com. I think he made that up.
Okay, you think rom-com's fake?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's back there. Jerry says Easy Bake Oven. Drew Doug says rom-com. Vince says Candy Day. And on the mic?
World Orange Day.
Oh, I thought about that one.
I got busted by a couple. It's World Rom-Com Day I made up. So Alex had it. And was it Jerry as well?
No, Drew Dog.
Or Drew Dog. Ah, nice job. Yes, everything else is real. You would think Candy Day would have been Halloween or
Right?
the 31st. I mean, I don't know that one. And World Orange Day. Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
October, November, it's all kind of like orange.
Yeah,
Right, and candy.
I
So I was
guess.
thinking maybe those could go together.
That's Polar Bear Week. Oh, how about that one? Celebrity birthday. Matthew McConaughey. Well, all right. Turns 55 years old. So we put it all into the AI computer up in Utah. It's located in Utah. It's the only one in the world. There's the sound. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Okay, so that is not Matthew McConaughey, but he's, I don't know, he's being attacked by a polar bear or the polar bear's driving with him?
Yeah, because he's drowsy.
Oh, he's drowsy. Because what is he drinking? Is it a spiked juice box? What is in his mouth? Is that candy? Maybe it's candy. And then it looks like, the chicken lady is real. She's using an Easy Bake Oven, which is life-size. She's baking an orange. National Orange Day. There you go. Very colorful kitchen that she has there.
Yes.
And
Does he have a candy cigarette?
oh, is it a candy cigarette? But the filter's out, I think. Hold on. Oh, I don't know what. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. And that's not Matthew McConaughey. But if it was,
No.
he'd be driving a Lincoln. Because he did them Lincoln commercials where he would just pontificate in the car while he was driving. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Punch Bowl. Let's bring it out. Here we go.
Did
Punch
you
Bowl
want to
pundits.
bring up the Breeders' Cup?
I
too,
do. Thank you
Amanda?
for reminding me. Minnie Dar points out, congrats to Vinny, Chris, and Jeff for taking Breeders' Cup Classic winner Sierra Leone. What? Jeff
It
did not
was
take Sierra Leone.
Dwayne Colucci.
Dwayne Colucci.
Hello.
There we go. He hasn't been on our show in a while. We're out of shape.
Jeff spared everybody by not taking.
Oh, Jeff stayed away so
Yes.
he wouldn't jinx it.
Yes.
I see what Jeff did there. We'll talk about that Friday. But yeah, Minnie Dar said he was against Sierra Leone, then used Sierra Leone, had the exact, and try box. Wasn't a huge payout, but hey, anytime you had a try box is nice. So Joey B says, well done, Drew Dog. Joey B, shout out to Drew Dog. More Drew Dog brilliance from Keith Lyle. And Color the World Orange Day. JR thought was the fake one, but no, JR, it is not. Drew Dog says, thank you. There you go. Okay, so Punch Bowl time.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me about the Breeders' Cup. Breeders' Cup special did really well for us. Here's the soothing music to get you into it. Jimmy Vaccaro might be in the spa right now. I don't know. We don't know. All right, what do we have to start off with the Punch Bowl pundits here?
Punch Bowl number 5.
Number 5. Let's
do you
go.
want me to read the question?
Yes.
or-
Let me see what we should do first. Yes, go for it. Yeah, please.
Okay, so who wins the Big Ten championship this season?
Right. Now, Indiana's looking good. Oregon's ranked number 1. Still
Right.
have Ohio State, Penn State. A lot of good teams there. What's your opinion?
So you mean there will be 2 that make it to the championship
Yeah.
and win the championship?
Yeah, maybe give me either who faces off, possibly, or just who wins it.
I'm going to say Ohio State beats Oregon in the championship.
Still those two.
Revenge game.
Yeah, Indiana's not going to. I mean, Indiana's a nice story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're going to find out a lot about them.
The Big Ten's actually been really good this year. So I've
has.
watched a lot of games. I watched some of Iowa the other day. Iowa is scoring more points this year.
It's insane.
Another 40-point game for Iowa.
Yep. They're 7-1 to the over, I believe.
Yeah, all their overs are on 40, and they've been scoring 40 themselves. So,
Yes.
Big Ten, I watched the Penn State, Ohio State, even though it was too early. That game was too early,
Way too early.
for such a big game. I'm kind of anti both teams, really. I mean, I'm a Pitt fan who did not show up against SMU. But the reason I bring up the Big Ten as well is the adorable Kelsey Plum, who we love showing on the show, returned to UW. This is for you, B-Town dummy. She went to homecoming week and talked a good game of trash on the USC Trojans. So here's Kelsey Plum.
What's up, y'all? I'm here.
Plumbed up.
That's why the Trojans lost?
Yep.
Dang it.
Boo.
I need that information before the game.
My dogs, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
homecoming or Kelsey?
Both.
We're gonna take them down. Ain't no
Kevin knew. Kevin had Washington.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
I love her so much. I just love that club. Kelsey Plum, WNBA, not back till April.
But it's really interesting because Jeff and I were talking after our show Saturday, or maybe it was Sunday after all the results.
Right.
Because every SEC team has lost now.
Yes.
And we were debating whether there'd be 5 SEC teams and 3 Big Ten. I don't know. It might be 4 and 4.
I like the Big Ten. Yeah, I like the Big Ten. Big Ten, I'm always a little partial to the East Coast. So, all right, what do we have next?
Okay, Punch Bowl number 6.
Oh, my God, number 6. Oh, I almost lost the sheet. Number 6. We're getting to number 6. We have quite a bit. Okay. So my question to you, go ahead, read it.
This is so funny. What team named after a flying bird has the best shot to win this year's Super Bowl? I love all the bird teams.
I don't even lean towards the one. I was going to leave it off there. So you got, what are the teams? I wrote them down, right?
It's not even a debate. Everybody knows they win. You've got the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Cardinals. And it would be, for me, it would be Ravens, then Falcons, then Eagles.
Falcons over the Eagles right now?
I think so.
It's just a mess with Nick Sirianni right now, the relationship with the fans. And there was a couple clips of people at the Eagles game and celebrating, but they weren't singing the Fly Eagles Fly song after they scored. Like they're like not into it as much because they have a fight going on with the coach. There will be more
odd.
Philadelphia Eagles in the Punch Bowl coming up.
I don't know. That is tough, though, because Saquon Barkley really just changes that team.
And by the way, and the reverse hurdle thing he did was ridiculous.
Oh, my gosh. I think that's the coolest play that I have seen.
Yeah, to
ever.
jump backwards, to have the wherewithal to know there's someone and clear it like that was an unbelievable moment. About the Eagles and the Birds and all that, the Ravens.
Yes.
The Ravens are the team you think the most. The Ravens and Steelers play not this upcoming week, but the following week. Right now, they're a 10 a.m. game. I think the deadline to flex it to Sunday night is today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Why they wouldn't? Because the game right now is Colts-Jets. So Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco. You can't put that game on at night. All the fans of Flacco and Aaron Rodgers will be in bed before kickoff. They're both over 40. There's a combined age of like 82 right there. So give us the Steelers and Ravens at night. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're right there in the division.
Yes.
I think you guys are ahead.
We are ahead. We're 6-2. They're 5-3. We got the Redskins this weekend. Commanders this weekend. And who do the Ravens play this weekend? They have Cincinnati Thursday.
Ooh.
So they're going to have a little extra time to rest. And the Steelers, I don't know. But they should flex that game. Come on, NFL. Do the right thing.
Yes.
All right. What do you got next? We got one more. I'm sorry. What's that? Oh, my God. What number is this?
Number 6.
No, wait. Oh, the one we just did? Hold on. Oh, who? Yeah. Oh, because it's birds. We're talking about birds. Who said that? I love the Patriots losing. So when they look stupid, when they get fooled by a kindergarten trick, I enjoy it. So here's the Patriots. And
someone said you sound like an owl.
Who?
So someone said you sound like an owl.
An owl? Who said that? Who said that? What?
Someone said you sound like an owl.
Nice try.
Aw.
Y'all be like,
Someone said you sound like an owl. Somebody said you sound like an owl.
Who?
so I love seeing the Patriots look stupid.
So of those, do you think the Eagles? Because you can't pick the one I picked.
Yeah, I would go Eagles. I do. I mean, look, I'm a Kirk Cousins fan. I wouldn't mind seeing the Falcons, but I feel like the Eagles have a little more talent. Nick Sirianni's a psycho. By the way, New England Patriots at Chicago Bears. Chicago -7 in that game. The Bears favored by 7. That's what the odds makers think of New England and Chicago. That probably won't be a great game to watch. Caleb Williams, was there any injury report? I know he got hurt at the end of the game there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything official.
Bears -7 over the Pats.
Man, I wish I would have seen that Eberflus trend about him not winning on the road on Sundays.
Oh my God!
It's like 0-18 or something.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that. Yes. Okay. We have time for one more before we do picks. Go for it.
Okay, one more is Punch Bowl number 4.
Yep. Then we'll get back.
Who has been the biggest surprise in the NBA so far this season?
Okay.
Good and bad. Well, I wanted to say Klay Thompson.
Right.
Because remember, he was getting so much crap and he couldn't make his threes anymore with Golden State.
Yeah.
He's doing really good in Dallas.
Yeah, I thought that was a
good to
perfect
see.
situation for him playing with Luka and playing in that organization. Yeah, I'll root for Klay Thompson, who I think I've mentioned this on the show before. Like 20 years ago, I was in the ocean with 2 kids and this woman, and we were talking. And she goes, "Oh, yeah, I'm married to Michael Thompson, who was in the town for a charity event." She goes, "These are my 2 sons." So it was Klay, who was sorry, my phone's going off. It was Klay Thompson, and then the other one, Tristan, who played for the Dodgers in the major leagues. So they were the 2 kids right there. It was pretty wild.
That is wild.
All right, but we have a clip for this. Hold on. Okay, so Alex, before we get to picks, I have an Is This Sports clip for you. What am I about to show you? Is it unicycle basketball, blindfold football, or 100-meter sprint wearing high heels?
Oh, gosh. Not the last one.
Okay.
Blindfold football?
Blindfold football. What do we have showing? Is this sports? Everyone has, no, it's unicycle basketball. First of all, these tires are going to scuff up the court. I believe that's traveling. I'm not really sure. This was over in Brazil. I'm not sure if that's a sport, but the athleticism to ride a unicycle and basically shoot hoops, pretty good one. All right, it's 12:36. It's time for picks. Picks at 12:36. Here's the graphic. We have more stuff in the punch bowl and more comments to read. All right, Alex, what you got for us?
Okay, so starting with tonight's football game.
Yep.
Because we wanted to.
Yes, Monday Night Football, Tampa Bay and the Kansas City Chiefs.
And the Chiefs are a 9.5-point favorite at home because remember, the Bucs do not have their 2 best wide receivers with Mike Evans and Godwin. So I'm going to go with the running back, and I'm looking at Rashad White's rushing and receiving yards combined. It's only 55.5, and his median just rushing yards alone. Hold on, I got to pull that up. But it's way over this. So I think that they're going to have to target him quite a bit, and he will be able to get over this number.
All right, so interesting that you chose that, as I chose combined rushing and receiving yards for their other running back, Bucky Irving. A, because I love the name Bucky Irving. Secondly, he's from Oregon.
Yep.
Third, he has done it in 6 straight games. His combined totals around 51 or 52. The Chiefs, who are a good defense, but they have allowed that many yards against J.K. Dobbins, Alvin Kamara, and Jordan Mason for the Niners. So It is going to be a run-heavy attack, I think. I mean, Baker Mayfield, I don't even know who he's throwing to today. Did Gronk re-sign with Tampa Bay?
No, it's Cade Otton.
Oh, yeah.
Cade Otton.
Yeah, but I think that they're going to rely on the running backs. I think a lot of little swing passes, some screens. So I'm going with Bucky Irving. So we have both Tampa Bay running backs combined. Why can't they both do it? We shall find out tonight. Yeah, there you go. And your dad has a pick on a dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get to that at the end of the show. We always end with a Kenny White dog of the day, and we show a dog clip. So that's coming up. But let's get back to the Punch Bowl because we have some more stuff that we want to do.
It's funny, though. He also brought up Baker Mayfield's rushing yards over.
Right, which I had a couple weeks ago on a primetime game. Yeah.
It was, huh?
Yeah.
Did they play
12.
The Eagles?
Which one?
Who'd they play that game?
It was the night they had. There was 2 Monday night games that night. That was the crappy Titans game, and they had God, I can't remember.
I know.
But anyway, I had Baker, and he got it early, so that was always good to relax. Hold on. Bob Dell, I hate late-night games. Okay, that's Bob Dell, who lives in Baltimore but grew up in Pittsburgh with me. He hates night games. Keep it in the day. No. B-Town Dummy, Frank, stop talking over a dog speaking the truth. Shut up when her clip is playing. I wouldn't do that to a Duquesne. I wouldn't do that doing a Duquesne clip because the Duquesne clip would never be played on your show. Okay. I'll remember that, Christian. All right, next up. That was just an inside thing for me and him.
Punch Bowl number 3. It's tough to repeat. Looking at the MLB lines for next season, what team jumps out at you?
Yeah. Or a long shot, or it's the favorites are the favorites, right?
The favorites are the favorites.
The Dodgers are plus 400. The Yankees are right there. The Mets. Cleveland took a drop, which you mentioned before the show when we were looking at this.
I saw is 18-1.
Yeah.
Which they made it pretty far this year, so I was pretty surprised to see.
Yeah, and the Pirates are 100-1.
100-1. Hey, if they can keep that rotation.
Yeah. By the way, it's 2 weeks, and then they'll be announcing the National League Rookie of the Year. So I'm still waiting for that Paul Skeens bet to come through. It's not going to be Jackson Merrill. It's going to be Paul Skeens. Damn it!
The Mariners are 15-1. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
I think they should probably be like 20-1. But that is a team I would look.
And it's not about a pitch. Look, Matt and Everett, you and I, we talked about this earlier. They have the pitching, they just don't have the bat. So if Seattle, who has money, goes out and gets a bat.
I was going to say they're a good organization that will actually take care of their needs, right? And not just
because if you get them in a short series with that Gilbert and Castillo and that's a good pick. I like that. That's baseball. The reason we're talking baseball is she's bat. Yes, it's the woman who paints. So she did a Freddy Freeman painting. She used a bat. We've showed her do Caitlin Clark with a basketball. I think Aaron Judge was with a bat. Was it Aaron Judge? Or was it the glove or something? Anyway, we love this woman. What's her name again? It's Sam Wojart. Sam Wojart. So she did Freddy Freeman and his iconic pose after hitting the Game 1 World. Oh, she's using a ball, too. Bat and a ball. So here you go, the reveal, and she gets the number. That. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you, Freddie Freeman, if the Dodgers, which they're very capable of winning 1 or 2 more World Series with that core, Freddie Freeman leads them again. Even though I always will picture him as a Brave, he could get a statue. And, I mean, that's a statue pose right there.
Yes.
It's like Kershaw. There's a statue of Kershaw outside from his perfect game or no-hitter. I can't remember what it is. But that is a statue dying to have. And that one, don't get the Dwayne Wade guy to do the statue because he's no good. Here we go. Dean Hill, Kansas City Royals, 2025 World Series champs. I mean, look, no one expected them after 100 last season to come back. That's not bad.
I'll have to check their number.
Buccaneers receiver with most yards tonight, Mark Carrier. That is a reference for football fans from the 80s. Mark Carrier hasn't played for a long time. Caleb tweaked his ankle. And the only Eberflus win away from Chicago was in New England a couple of weeks ago. Or in England, sorry. Not New England, but England. That's right, because they played over in London. Let's see here. Okay.
The Royals are 30-1.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick at all. As long as you and they just re-signed Michael Wacha and they have Seth Lugo. Really good young pitching staff too. So yeah, I like that one a lot actually. Joey B has one more thing. Let's see here. Odds that Alex White drives her new car on the F1 track. Even. I don't know if you have access. I know you've grown up here. You probably know a lot of people. Maybe you can get a lap in the new vehicle on that. Let's see. And then Joey B. How bad is the construction traffic with F1 track infrastructure being built now? Must be a nightmare. We talked about this on the show. They're not really even talking much about the race.
No.
Last year, there was so much buildup. They're sneakily putting stuff up. They put that little bridge over there down by the horseshoe Is that Koval where they put the bridge down there by Ellis Island?
Yeah,
So
good job.
and the stands are going up, but they're doing it very quietly
Yes,
this year.
very.
And the race is like when is the F1 race? It's in a couple weeks.
November.
It's in November. What is it? The 23rd? Oh, okay. So it's the 23rd.
Whoa.
It's sneaking up on us, but yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, traffic is bad because there's just construction everywhere in the city. Is it always like this, by the way? Or did I just move here at the wrong time? Okay.
It's been like this for a while.
Yeah, well, it's not as bad as last year, Keith Lyle pointed out. It's really not. All right, we got some more punch bowls in there. What do we
Okay.
got now?
Here we go. Punch bowl number 7.
Number 7. Okay, I like this one. Okay, so this is Tua. I don't even know if we have do we have? I don't think we have a clip for this one, do we? Oh, you do? Okay, good. Well, I forgot. So Tua's over passing yards was 254.
Oh, my
Did you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead, roll it in. So here it is, 243 and a half.
A backwards
He had 254.
Waddle.
So Waddle runs back 20 yards. This counts as negative passing yards. He ends with 231. So you were probably already spending that money. I know some of the webs might have already paid out.
Right.
Right.
They
And now
do
they're
that.
probably like sending texts like, hey, we're going to need that money back because something like that. We talked about Tom Brady kneeling on the ball.
Yes.
That burned B-Town dummy one night on a Monday night game we were watching. His over-under was like 3 yards and he had 4 and then the kneel down took it under. So, yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there.
That is so brutal. What was it? 25 yards they took off?
Yeah, something. Yeah, because he ended up with 231. So you thought you were just coast. You were already spending that money on the late games, probably going, oh, I like the Lions on the road. Jordan Love's got a bad groin. It's raining. I'll go with Detroit. What happened to my Tua money? Yeah, that's bad.
You
That's a
have one
bad
of
beat.
those running backs, right?
I have A-Chain, who had a good game.
Very good game.
He had a very good game.
Both
Tyreek
running
Hill.
backs, yeah.
Tyreek Hill's still not the same, but what are you going to do? So I scored a lot of points, but Cade scored more because good luck, Cade, and good for you. So my question right now for you is, if you want to read it.
Yeah, it is. Are the Dolphins done?
Are the Dolphins done? I mean,
I think that would have been a huge win for them against their division.
you know, a lot of
rivals.
people are saying they played their best game of the year, their most
They
total
did.
game. You talked about their defense not looking bad.
Yeah.
We talked about this game last week. They really had a shot at winning. Now, you talk about that pass interference call late in the game. Otherwise, and Buffalo gets 15 yards and they get the ball and then they kick the 61-yarder. Dolphins would have had the ball with 2 timeouts and just had to get in field goal position and could have won the game. That just changed that whole division because now the Dolphins are 2-5 or 2-6.
Oh my gosh.
I think they're 2-6 now.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I mean 3-5, and then they're hanging in there. So
They are 2-6, and the Bills are 7-2.
I know. Yeah, Bills are still the class of that division. Although Jeff Parles still thinks it's the Jets somehow. He did this year at least. But yeah, I think the Dolphins are done. I love Mike McDaniel. I love him a lot, but I mean it's all to his health or not.
Yeah.
So the defense has been looking good. They have all the skill positions, but you know, I think Tua working his way back in. He's just, you know, who knows? And I know when he ran yesterday a couple times, the announcer's like, "Oh my God, he's running," and he dove forward, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, good, all right." So we wish for his best health, and you know, it's hard not to root for that Dolphin team.
Let's take a look at their schedule coming up. They've got
please do.
the Rams, who are not giving up.
Rams look good.
They host the Raiders, host the Patriots.
Okay.
Go to Lambeau, host the Jets, Texans, Niners, Browns, Jets. So
yeah, and
little chunk in there that they could get a few wins, and then it gets rough.
If you look at that, that's a Monday night game, the Rams game. The Rams are at home in LA, -2.5 against the Dolphins. The way the Rams look right now, and they're clicking right now, and the Dolphins, I like that Ram game. We'll get more on that later in the week. But just looking at the lines that are just out here at the South Point, come down and check them out. By the way, while you're down here when checking out the lines, make sure you do the Jackpot Parlay card. It's November 30th. You still got 3 or 4 weeks left, but $5 could get you $25,000. So there you go. How many of you filled out? Just 2?
I have 2 so far.
Okay, just 2 so far. All right, we got a couple more punch
I did
bowls.
fill one out too, and I only had a 5 yesterday though, so I got to put this one in too.
You down to feel? Okay, well, make sure.
3.
Don't lose that one. So she's got 3 now. All right, we got some more punch bowls.
Okay. Punch bowl number 2.
Number 2. All right, what is the question on that?
It is tailgate, the ideal tailgate. So is there a clip for
it's
this?
2-parters. Yeah, hold
Okay.
on. Wait, what? Damn it. Oh, yeah, there is a trivia question on this one. Hold on. Not trivia. Hold on, ladies. and
Multiple
gentlemen.
choice.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk about the chicken lady. Here it is. Okay. So yesterday at the Philly game, an Oscar-winning actor was spotted at the Link in Philly and hit some tailgate parties. Was it A, Robert De Niro, B, Leonardo DiCaprio, C, Matthew McConaughey? Who do you think?
It's definitely not Leo.
Okay.
So, is it Robert? No, it was Matthew McConaughey.
The birthday boy?
Yeah, the birthday.
Roll the clip.
Oh,
it
that's
was not.
You used.
It was Robert De Niro. So you talking to me? That nice title on that clip. Robert De Niro. So everyone's like, okay, are they filming Silver Linings Playbook 2 or something? No. He was out there to get people to vote. So he was hitting Pennsylvania being a very important state. So he was just encouraging people to register to vote. But very odd if you're like tailgating Philly.
Yeah.
And you're eating cheesesteaks and you're getting hammered at 10, 11 in the morning. All of a sudden, oh, there's Robert De Niro, one of the greatest actors ever.
The last roast I saw him on, I didn't think he'd be out at a tailgate.
He's in his 80s. I mean, look, he's one of my heroes, one of my favorite actors. But he was at a tailgate party, and like they took him over to the tailgate king, and he ate some of the food. Okay. So yeah, hopefully he drummed up some voters out there. All right, what else do we got? Do we have one or two more?
We do. We have two more.
Perfect.
Number one.
Yes.
Ask Frank.
Okay. Yes. Ask Frank. So here's the question for you: Detroit Pistons had a game yesterday in Brooklyn.
Okay.
But the New York City Marathon made it tricky to get around the city. So what did the Pistons do to make sure they made tip-off on time? A, did they take helicopters to the game? B, sleep in the locker room Saturday night? Or C, take the subway?
I don't think they packed sleeping bags.
No?
Would do that.
Okay.
I think they took the subway.
Roll the clip, and ladies and gentlemen, look at this. The Detroit Pistons, a professional team, they're laughing about it. They were on the subway. No one really recognized them because, let's be honest, would you recognize Detroit Pistons if you were on a subway with them? But they did. They took the subway to the game because really that's the best way to get around New York most of the time. And during the marathon, oh, my God, yeah. So they had an early game on Sunday, so they took the subway, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it probably brought them back to their college days.
Probably.
You know, they looked like it because that's how they all travel.
Yeah, and they're all probably, I mean, like Cade, what's his name? Cade, the star player on the Detroit, that they're worth tens of millions of dollars, and there they are on the subway. But it's nice to see. Yeah. And by the way, the Pistons played tonight. They play the Lakers, so they got a back-to-back game there. They were on the road, then they travel back home to Detroit. That's not a far flight, but they got the Lakers coming in, and their Lakers are road favorites, 7.5 points.
Well, what's the situation like after the game? Did they take the subway back?
I would assume they probably did because the marathon lasts. I mean, obviously your upper echelon runners are doing it in 3 hours, but, you know, they have stragglers. There's videos all over. People, the last guy came in 11 hours, and people wait around and cheer him on, and they get the medal, and they're very emotional. So it's a big day in New York City. I don't know how they got home. That's a good question. Now, the question I had, and me and the people behind the glass were talking with us, Alex, have you ever been to New York and taken the subway?
I have, but I was in like second grade, so I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
No.
All right, well, there you go. You've taken the subway. Last subway I was on was the L.A. subway because we do have one in L.A. And what's that? It could take you to games, and it was a weird way to get around. You'd think, oh, a city with earthquakes, why would there be a subway? I went to a Dodger game, actually, on the subway once, too.
Oh.
It was pretty convenient, actually.
Good.
Oh, you know what happened now that I remember? Paul, I was meeting you, or were we together? The subway broke down, so we had to get off. Yeah, so the one time I tried to take it to a Dodger game, there was like some sort of emergency. It could have been, I don't know what, but we had to get off and then walk and take Ubers. It was a pain in the ass. Now that I mention it, don't take this away. All right.
In LA. In New York, it's fine.
Keith said, not enough young ladies at tailgates for DiCaprio.
That's why I crossed it off
Keith.
immediately.
Yeah, but he's very active politically, so that one made sense. Frank has become pretty proficient at changing tires. Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Keith. All right, we have one more?
No, McConaughey, he's Texas grad, right? Or
yeah,
Oklahoma?
He is. He's UT. No, he's a big Texas Longhorn guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to run for governor at one point, but I think he didn't want the background check and all that stuff, so he said no. But he seemed like he wanted to dabble in politics. We'll see. All right, I think this is Punch Bowl 8, I'm guessing?
It is, number 8.
All right, is this the final one?
Yeah.
Okay, right?
I threw them all back in there.
Oh, look how you cleaning up. All right, Punch Bowl 8. Now, this is the last one we added to the bowl. Now, question, if you want to read, I'll just read the question. Is this cruel to the kids, or is this good to make them tougher? Here we go. This is halftime at last night's Sunday Night Football game. So you have young kids playing football, and the mascot for the Colts just shoving a 9-year-old, and look, they come at him, and what's he do? He just keeps fighting him. Then he pushes him down. The Vikings guy has to come over and rescue. I mean, they ripped his jersey off. Why they let the Colts Mascot, come for a Sunday night game and do this. Bad boy Blue, he needed the money. So I don't look at the Viking guy, who's really not a mascot when you have a human body like that. That's a little creepy looking. But I mean, is this good? Now, is this okay? So the question was, is this cruel or does it toughen them up?
I think it toughens him up.
I got to agree.
I think we need more of it.
I think
Get all the kids out there.
Here's the thing. I think the kids are kind of told what's going to happen, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm a tough football player. They're like, yeah, there's a person in a Colt uniform that's going to toss you around a little bit. Are you into it? And they're like, well, yeah, if we're going to be able to play on the big field.
Yeah, and if we get a chance of going after it.
And it's in Minnesota, so why is the mascot, they don't usually travel, do they?
Well, he's been around.
He's everywhere.
Lately, right?
Got to admit, we love Blue. His name's Blue. We've had Blue on the show a lot. He does the whipped cream pie a lot.
Yes.
He was in Germany being harassed by college students and showed up at their dorm. So Blue has been good. Frank broke the LA subway. I did not. Yeah. So anyway, it toughens the kids up. There you go.
I think so.
All right, so tonight's game, once again, come down to the South Point. Over in the showroom, they have a free Monday night viewing party over there. It's amazing. They give away tons of cash at the end of each quarter. Drinks are like $2. There's good food deals, always packed. So make sure you come down to the Monday Night Football party here at South Point. The sports book will be packed too. I actually saw someone with the KC, a lot of Chief fans, I think everywhere right now because they're back-to-back Super Bowl champs. So what are you going to do for Monday Night Football? Just watch the game at home?
Just watch the game at home.
Yeah. By the way, what's also interesting is tonight's game at 5:15 local time. It will be pitch black by then. Not getting used to that.
Yeah. It's not
fun.
It's not the best.
All right. Punch. This is, by the way, the most active chat room we've had in a long time. So we really appreciate it. Joey B, Minnie Dar, Nick, Keith, everybody. JR. Drew Dog even thanked people. Minitar, Adam Hurley, Dean Hilt, Joey B with all his car odds. Really? Wow. That was really great. What a way to kick off the week. Alex will be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow, Matt Neverett is here. And Friday, Jeff Parles. Thursday, we have more surprises. What does that mean, Ann?
We don't know who's
We don't know who on Thursday. But it'll be a good show and a good week. Now, what we've been doing here, your dad, which you guys can watch, Alex and her father, tomorrow on Sports by the Book, and Wednesday at 9 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 9 a.m. We've been doing Kenny White's Dog of the Day. We take one of his dogs, and then we show a dog clip like a local newscast. So, yesterday's was good. But anyway, what's your dad's dog today? Do you know? Oh, Baylor +6 at Gonzaga.
Yes, college basketball.
College basketball is going on all day. So, I mean, we have women's right now with UCLA leading Louisville. I woke up this morning, there was scores already.
USC beat Mississippi.
Oh, yeah?
They did not cover, though.
Okay.
But Juju had...
I would say, did she have a big game?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
But she also had like tissue stuffed up her nose, so I don't know if she got a bloody nose during the game. So
or that just helps her play better.
Yeah.
By the way, I know a couple people texted me like, "Oh, you got to show clips of Caitlin Clark at the Taylor Swift concert over the weekend." There really were no clips. It was all blurry stuff. Yeah.
I saw a lot of bracelets.
There was just one picture of her with bracelets. We really didn't see much. She was standing next to Travis Kelce at one point, but there were no selfies on either website of there. But she was there for 2 nights. And yeah, so we didn't have any Caitlin Clark stuff, but we do have this dog clip, and it's corgi races that took place at halftime of the Ravens game. Now, Alex, which color dog, they have bibs on, which one do you think will win? This is just the first heat.
Oh my gosh!
So take a look, handicap the race. So the orange one won that first heat. Okay, I think it goes to this.
It is National Orange Day.
Yeah,
it is National Orange Day. So here's the second heat. Now the winner of this one, that dude's flying right there. Okay, so here's the final. Who do you like? And you're taking orange?
Orange.
And the winner is orange. It is National Orange Day. Maybe they knew something. That's the only. His name was Elvis. Only good thing about the Ravens game yesterday was a corgi named Elvis won the. I just don't like them. I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson did. He had a perfect rating game, right? 3 touchdowns. He's good, but they got the Steelers next week. Will it be a day game or night game? We shall find out in the next 24 to 48 hours.
It'll be a night game.
Yeah, what's
They'll
that?
flex it. It'll be a night game.
It has to be. All right, we will see you all tomorrow. Do your civic duty and do the right thing before you watch our show at noon. Thank you for watching Drew Dog, another great compilation montage. And Vince behind the glass and Jerry. Alex, we'll see you Wednesday.
I'll be back Wednesday.
We'll be back Wednesday. Thanks for watching Punchlines. You know what lying stands for? Live in Nevada every show.